Hey, Facebook Live. A lot of y'all are seeing this tonight, but a lot of y'all are going to see this promo here in the morning. I just want to say, I want to thank each and every single one of you all that attended Way Missionary Pentecostal Church. Tonight, we represented, and tonight, we tore the house down at Way Missionary Pentecostal Church. I mean, the roof was going off at Way Pentecostal. It was wonderful. The service went well, and the service was awesome. I enjoyed the service from head to toe, and that was my first time ever organizing a church event like that and preparing the dinner and everything. And I tell you, the outcome was extravagant, and it was just wonderful. And like I said, thank you all who supported the third anniversary Way Missionary Pentecostal Church's third annual church and pastors anniversary. I appreciate you all so much and love y'all so much. But there's a thing that went down, issue that went down at the church, and just like I had to fire 2 people from Global Force Records, just like I had to get rid of them from my music record label, there's about to be some consequences tonight when it comes to that. Now, all service was great. Now, at some point before the introduction of the speaker, there was a testimony that was given. Now, the testimony that was given was a good testimony. It was solid. A little long, but solid. But is around that point where things got a little hectic and controversial. And like I said, the Lord allowed me to have this, and it was like one of my first times ever doing this. And you got to obey God. I'll take a whooping from my family, take a whooping from my job, take a whooping from the music, but I will not take a whooping from God. I will not take a whooping from God at all, because I have to obey God. I have to obey His Spirit. And when I let this person testify, I had to let him testify. The Lord wanted me to allow him to testify. No choice but to let him testify. He said, I'm not taking a whooping from God, so I let him testify. It wasn't that the testimony was bad or anything like that. Like I said, the testimony was good, but it was the outcome of the testimony is what got me. And he was sitting at a certain place that he shouldn't have sat at, and that made us, Way of Pentecostal, feel bad. That made me look embarrassed. That made Mom look embarrassed. That made the whole church family look embarrassed. And you wonder why you don't preach. You wonder why you don't preach in any church services. That tonight was a perfect example of the reason why that you don't preach anywhere. It's because of stupid stuff like that that you do. And yet you want to get an attitude when we tell you that you cannot sit in the pulpit, when first of all you wasn't even invited, or not ever been invited to sit in the pulpit. And after that, I'll let you calm down, let you sit there for a minute in the pulpit because you was emotional, which I understand that. I'm like, I'm gonna let you sit there. But it was the fact after that when I was like, okay, you got to go, you got to get out of the pulpit. Sit there for a minute. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him another minute or two. So I said again, got to get out of the pulpit, and I'm sorry. Kept on sitting there. So finally I said, you know what? Got to get out of the pulpit. And not only that, but you're gonna have to go. You can't come back here. Let me tell you something. It's a lot. It takes a lot for me to be through with you, but in this case I am through with you. In this case I ain't got nothing else to say. And you know what? Over the years I've been a booty hole. Over the years I've said things to a lot of people that I shouldn't have said. I've done stuff that I shouldn't have did. But it doesn't top off way with what you've done in your life. It doesn't top off the fact of what you did. And tonight is a perfect example of the reason why that nobody messes with you or nobody wants to hear you preach. And just like I had to get rid of 2 people and fire 2 people from Global Force Records, and I hate to. Church is for everybody. When you have church, the church doors are supposed to be open for everybody. But when a situation like this happens, you ain't got no choice but to not let them come. And in this case, you are not welcome back to Way Missionary Pentecostal Church. Nor will you ever be allowed to come back to Way Missionary Pentecostal Church. As of this moment, you can no longer step into Way Missionary Pentecostal Church. And that is that. No longer will you allowed to be invited to Way Missionary Pentecostal Church. You cannot come in. Because it's the fact that I told you multiple times to get out of the pulpit, to get out of the seat, and you wouldn't. So I had to tell you you got to go. And like I said, for me, not only that, but now I'm more determined to get, not only always be the leader in the ministry, but I'm more determined to get the red shirt at where I work at. And let me tell you something. When, in the name of Jesus, that I get the red shirt, because it will happen at some time or another, sooner than what you think. When I do get the red shirt, the people that work under me, they will work. And if you don't like working, the door is right there for you. Because under my schedule, under my clock, you will work. And we will go to perfection. Perfection is what we're striving for. And if you don't want to work under my management, door right there for you. But like I said, with Way Missionary Pentecostal Church, with that incident that happened, no incident like that should ever happen. And I truly apologize for those that attended Way Missionary Pentecostal Church for that incident that took place. It was embarrassing. And something like that will not ever happen again under my watch. Not if I can help it. Because I guarantee you, there will be a 5th anniversary of Way Missionary Pentecostal Church. 5th anniversary in 2021. So get ready for the 5th anniversary, because I'm expecting all my family and everybody to be there for the 5th anniversary. And just to let you all know ahead of time, that person will not be in the building whatsoever.